Hi there, it's Friday the 17th of July 2020. This is our last time looking at how to find your path through life. And we'll be looking at that through the eyes of Ruth in the Bible and learning the following lessons. First of all, that we need to be prepared for the unexpected in life because life never goes the way you expect it. And there are always twists and turns. And we have to be ready for that and embrace the change. Secondly, we have to not let bitterness be our guides. Although difficult things happen, sad things can happen in life and can make us angry and upset, we must not let bitterness enter in, or it will sideline us and take us down a cul-de-sac and stop our life. Thirdly, we have to remember that we reap what we sow, that we get out of life what we put into life. And so we need to give as much as we can to others. We need to work hard. We need to be kind to others, and if we do all of that, we will reap all the benefit of that as we go through life. And then fourthly, we have to put ourselves in the right positions in life, but not push and allow God to take things on naturally. In other words, if we are going for a job, we put ourselves in the frame for that, but we don't push it and manipulate it. We allow God to either open the door or close the door to lead us and guide us through our life. And lastly, when the way opens up for us, we run with it. So when we finally find a way that is opening up for us in our life, we absolutely embrace it. We run with it. And that happened to Ruth. After Ruth had suffered the tragedy of her husband dying and made the choice of a very different life to go back to her mother-in-law's home country, and then finding a relative, Boaz, being kind to her because she had been kind to her mother-in-law, Naomi. And then she placed herself at Boaz's feet, hoping that he might receive her and accept her, which he did indeed. And then the way was going to open up for a new chapter of Ruth's life. And this is what happened in the last chapter of Ruth, in chapter 4, when Boaz pursues the legal happenings in society at that time. So he went to the nearest relative of Naomi and said, look, you have the right to Naomi and to Ruth and to all of their property, etc. Are you wanting to redeem them? Are you wanting to buy them for yourself? And the person said no, and said, Boaz, you can do it as the next living relative. And so that's exactly what Boaz did. And so Boaz paid the price so that Naomi and Ruth would come into his household and become his property, and Ruth became his wife. And so Boaz married Ruth, and they conceived and they gave birth to a son called Obed. And Obed became the father of Jesse, and Jesse became the father of David, King David. And down through the generations, one of his descendants, of course, was the Lord Jesus himself. And all that came about from this new way, from this new path in Ruth's life that opened up for her. And she took it and she embraced it and she ran with it. And you know, we can find that in life. We can find that at some point in life, at different points in life, the way opens up before us. We suddenly see the way. We see that God is actually leading us down this path. And it's at that point that we mustn't be hesitant, but we should run with it. We should embrace it, whatever that new way is. I'm sure Ruth didn't know what was going to happen in her new life with Boaz. It was going to be a new life for her, in a new country, a new experience. But she could see that it was God's way. She could see that God had opened the way up for her. And so she embraced it with all of her heart. I don't know, dear friend, what God has for you, what the way is for you. I don't know how God is leading you in your life or in your journey. But I know that if you will commit all your ways to the Lord, I know that if you will give him the opportunity to lead and guide you, that he will indeed do that. And out of that will come great blessing. Just as out of Ruth's union with Boaz came the blessing of King David and the blessing of Jesus. My goodness, is there any greater blessing that came out of that? So if you will embrace the path, the journey that God has for you, no matter what that is, there will be great blessing for you. And not just for you, but for others too. And what more can we do than to follow the path that the Lord has laid out for us in our lives? So how to find your path through life? Be prepared for the unexpected. Don't let bitterness be your guide. Remember, you reap what you sow. Place yourself in position and trust God to open the door. And then when He does and the way opens up, run with it. Enjoy it. Enjoy this wonderful life which God has for you. God bless you. Speak to you again soon.